It's the end of 2017, people. It is almost 2018. What? I'm graduating in 2018. Today, I'm gonna talk about the things I did in 2017 and the things I want to do in 2018. Number one was to write 5 sketch scripts that I'm proud of, which I did. I wrote them all in Australia and I shot one of them. And I'm never allowed to post it, but it happened. So, check. My next goal was to get good grades. Both semesters, I got all A's and B pluses, so check. My next goal was to improve content quality on my YouTube channel, which is always my goal, but it's too general to quantify, so I don't know if I actually did this. I did hit 1,000 subscribers this year, so my channel is growing. So I'm gonna say check. The next one was get a summer and fall internship. I knocked this out of the park. Not only did I get 1 summer internship, I got 2, and they were both great. And I've already secured 1 internship at least for the spring. So, check, 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 check. For those of you who don't know, summer was with Keshet Studios and OBB Pictures, and fall and next spring is with Elementary on CBS. My next one was read 15 books. Did not happen. I read 8, but I was working on other priorities, so I'm okay with this, but I suppose technically I failed. But I'm not mad about it. My next goal was to have fun in Australia. I definitely did that. Check. My next goal is to complete all the things on my Australia bucket list, which I definitely did. I snorkeled above the Great Barrier Reef, I went skydiving, I went ziplining, I swam in the ocean at Bondi Beach. Check. My next goal was to film every day in Australia. Did not happen even close, but I did film all the interesting days. My next goal was to spend as little time in my dorm in Australia as possible, which I definitely did. I made sure I did at least 1 cool activity outside of my dorm per day, so I succeeded. Check. My next goal was just to write and complete the pre-production part of my thesis film. Oh, that's it? You mean you just had to write and plan it, and that's all? Well, I smashed this. I shot the whole damn thing. I wrote it, I planned it, I raised the money, I shot it, I got it done. I did the whole thing. Bam. I'm so proud of myself. Check. My next goal is to get an apartment. We did it. Here we are. Check. But enough about the past. Let's move on to the future. Future! I know I did this joke last year, but SpongeBob is timeless. This is hurting my abs. Does one sit up? These are my goals for 2018. I split them into 2 parts because the first half of the year I'll be in college, and the second half of the year I will have graduated, and who knows what I'll be doing. So different sets of goals for each one. I did that for this year and it worked really well. So this is January through June. My first resolution is to get good grades. I'm not worried about this one. I'm only taking 1 class. It's super manageable, even though I'm also working. And my only worry is that I'll get senioritis, but I don't think that'll happen. My next goal is to graduate. Once again, not worried about this. My next goal is to finish editing my thesis film. I'm currently on track to have it completely edited and finished by the end of January, and I really want to stick to that so that I can submit it to the NYU Film Festival. And that kind of leads into my next goal, which is to distribute my thesis film and get it into at least 1 festival, if not more. More would be great. I hope it's more, but just at least 1. Next is July through December. These goals are a little harder and a little out of my control. First one, get a full-time job offer. I think I've worked really hard in college. I've had a bunch of internships. I've gotten good grades. I've learned a lot. So hopefully that will pay off. And I'm gonna apply everywhere. Next one is buy a car, possibly. If I live in New York, I won't have to do that, but if I live in LA, I definitely will need to do that. And if that ends up being the case, I'm hoping I can convince my mom to let me buy hers. I still haven't decided if I want to be in LA or New York after graduation. Honestly, it's going to depend on where I get a job offer, because I love both, and if I let it depend on anything else, I'm not going to be able to decide. So, and my career is one of the most important things to me, so I think that being the deciding factor is a good choice. My next goal is to move out of my parents' house, either get a job in New York and move out right after graduation, or get a job in LA and move out by December and just live at my parents' house until I have some time to get on my feet and save, and then be out by the end of the year. My next goal is to read 9 books. If my elementary school self heard this number, she would be very disappointed in me. But as you've seen, I have a lot of things that I need to do this year that I'm going to be preoccupied with, and I only read 8 this year, so it's still growing, still 1 more than last year, or this year, so it's gonna be 9. My last goal is to progress on the road to supporting myself financially. I think statistically it's a little unrealistic to expect myself to be completely financially independent within 6 months of graduation. That's a little crazy, but I'm hoping that I can just be like on the road to there, like maybe paying for my own apartment, something like that. I just want to be a little further towards doing that than I am now. These are all achievable goals. Even though they seem difficult, they are all achievable, and I think if I work hard, I can achieve them. I'd love to hear what your resolutions are in the comments, and tell me if you achieved your resolutions from this year, and if you didn't, tell me why and how you feel about that, because sometimes priorities change. Like I said, you know, I wanted to read 15 books and I read 8, but I'm not really mad about that because I focused on other really cool things that helped progress my other goals. So let me know what your situation is. Also, when I get back to LA, I'm gonna film a Q&A with my brother Ian, who is 15. So in the comments, put questions about each other, about ourselves, about life, anything you want. And we will answer them, and I will see you next time. Bye!